Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back to the show. We are so honored to have our friend here once again. Yes, she is. Taja Clarke joining us, founder of Down and Out Consulting from the Bronx, New York, and excited she's here today. And she brought a very special guest on today who we're going to meet in just a second. But as a coach, as a mentor, she's here helping you, so many of you out there, with your career goals, with financial, with personal growth, and so much more. So welcome back today. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Glad to be here. Hi, everyone.
Same here. Oh my gosh. Tell us a little bit about yourself and who are we going to speak with next?
So I'm Taja Clarke. Now I'm Taja Clarke Tingman as of recently, but I'm a life coach. I help people kind of accomplish the goals that they have, whether it's something as easy as maybe pivoting careers, changing your financial view, kind of the output of how you spend your money, kind of get a bit of a cushion for yourself. But I help people achieve goals that they have set up for themselves, whether it's just a little push, some guidance, a mapped out plan. I help them kind of achieve that goal myself. So who I have here is one of my clients, one of like the longest one I've had, Asante or AJ. And he can kind of tell you more about what it was like working with me, his experience, and I guess you can choose yourself now if you'd like to.
Hi, Asante. Please introduce
Hi,
yourself.
hi, how are you?
Good,
My
thank
name
you.
is Asante Tingman, and I've been working with Clarge for a very long time. I've been working with Clarge. I say Clarge Taj, I'm sorry. I've been working with Taj since last year. I want to say last holiday season. And Taj has been very instrumental in just me achieving so many goals in my life and just really pivoting me on towards like a different path of like, coaching me through like life crises and stuff like that. So she has definitely been a big help in so many ways, especially financially. I don't know what I would do without Taj if I didn't have her to help me out financially.
How did you find her?
Taj is now family to me.
Oh.
I'm related to her husband,
Mm-hmm.
Kwamel, that is my cousin. We're related, and he would always tell me about his girl. He would always tell me about his wife. He would always tell me, "Hey, my wife can help you, man. Taj is she's deal with this financial stuff, this life coaching thing." And I was going through a lot around the time when I actually took, his word and his advice on going to Taj about a lot of my problems and issues. I was dealing with a lot of financial issues, and he said, "Hey, man, I could put you on to my girl. She can help you out." And Taj, she has been the biggest help. I truly don't know what I would do, Taj, if I didn't have her help financially. I've been able to save money in ways I didn't know how to. Like I didn't understand saving. I didn't understand, you know, finances in certain areas, and she has shown me a way of just breaking it down so simply for me that it's been the biggest help in my life.
Oh my goodness. Well, tell me some of the ways she's been helping you. What has she taught you? I mean, give us some inclination. What were you bad at? What was happening? Did you have credit card debt? Did you not? If you don't mind sharing your personal story, I'd appreciate it.
I um I was always in financial trouble just dealing with not knowing how to save money. That was always really my biggest issues. Had a lot of bills, had things that I need to, pay off. I was backed on a lot of bills, but my issue was never not paying the bills. It was always the bills would be I would be backed up on them, right? So it's like, okay, I'm backed up on this bill, that bill. I need to figure out how to financially see what can I pay for this month on this first half of the bill, and then what could I pay for on the back end of this bill because I get paid bi-weekly. So I came to Taj and I asked her to show me a way to handle all my big bills and whatever other small bills I can have, I can finish that off on the back end. Taj then she gave me, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's like a Google data sheet where you can see like, okay, she showed me like, I think it was like an exposition or something like that.
Google
She
Sheets.
showed me Google sheet, yes. She showed me in the Google sheet how you could break it down from like the amount of money that you made from this month, and then you could break down like with your bill. So it's like if I got to pay my oil bill, if I got to pay my Wi-Fi bill, my water bill, she would say you could put your amount of money that you made from your check at the top, and then you could break it down with the amount of bills that you need to pay. So when I would break it down during the Google sheet, it would break like it would show me what I have left over at the end. And Taj had to break that down for me. And when she did that, that was the biggest instrument in my life because I can visually see. Taj is always getting she's always getting on me about writing stuff down so I can see it and visually see it because it's better for me and it helps her out. So, she lended a hand with helping me out with that. But that Google sheet has definitely helped me in so many ways with saving money. I had credit card debt. I was outstanding. I owed a lot of money. I was able because of that Google sheet. I was able to pay that off, take care of that. Now I'm doing way better with my credit card debt. It's just so much that she's been very like intricate with things with me and just personally because we're like, we're family. So I probably get a little bit more time, but she's definitely shown me how to really sit down, see the goals that I want to accomplish, and then financially put the forefront of what I want to do. So it's like, okay, if you want to save this amount of money this year, you need to not go above, live above your means. So it means taking care of this big bill first. These are your most important bills that you need to handle. And with the Google Sheet, I was able to take care of all the big bills and then X out all the small bills on the back end. He's just been very instrumental in so many ways, not only just financially wise, but as a life coach. Like I didn't know what life coaching and stuff like that was at first, but Todd just showed me that life coaching can be so much more than just helping you out with your goals. It can really show you how to like navigate your life even when you feel like it's in total chaos and
Yeah.
turmoil.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to see this and hear this. It's great speaking to her for so long, but to actually hear someone talk about your accolades is just a beautiful thing. And tell me
Yes.
more about the work you've done with him. Tell us a little bit about your techniques, how long you've been working with him, and what are some key takeaways from teaching him.
I think we worked together for about maybe 6 to 8 months. I couldn't remember, but I know it was like kind of the longest client that I had. He makes me sound a lot nicer than I am. I'm very, very like blunt. Like after a while, I'll give you like a leeway. We'll talk about it. But after 2 weeks of no progress, they're like, "What's going on?" And I'm not afraid to message someone or just keep blowing them up until they respond to me. But it's a very nice way that he phrased it. I'm very
Mm-hmm.
accountable. But working with Asante was very interesting because it really showed me how much like the personal aspect affects everything. Like from the goal, initially we were talking about finances. Then when we talked to finance, we realized a lot of the blockers were psychological things, like not feeling like you can spend money on yourself, not feeling like you deserve it, or you know what, I can go have fun, or I can pay this bill, and this bill is more important. So it's a lot of like the whole mindset of scarcity where you don't have enough, so you have to kind of just struggle to do what you have to do versus what you want to do. So we had to work through the mindset of things like that. But I did learn a lot about how the psychology of everything, like your upbringing, how you think, affects where you are currently. And that I think played a big role because we went from having just financial costs to having separate sessions about just general stuff like life progression. And I think when we had both, it helped us both move tremendously because there was stuff that he was going through that I was going through that helped us both move forward.
I
So it
love
was
this.
very eye opening.
It sure is and was. What else do you guys want to say? Any questions you want to ask each other?
I just always I want to piggyback off the psychological part. Taj has definitely been very instrumental with me psychologically. And like the part where she said, when like stuff is like, when you have very low on income, I was afraid to spend money on certain things. Or, Todd would say, hey, that's okay. Like, you have the finances for that. That's what that's for. It's always okay to take time and splurge on yourself. But I'm so used to like, all right, I gotta handle these bills, I gotta take care of my responsibilities that I don't necessarily have time to splurge or spend on myself. So she's definitely showed me how when you can take care of your responsibilities and still take care of yourself. And when she showed me that both is possible, both can be done, that's when I saw the real improvement. Not only just mentally, but you feel better when you take time and spend on yourself. A woman might want to buy shoes or a nice purse, a bag or something. A guy just might want to buy a video game or anything, just something that's for him. And I didn't do that for so long because, you know, mentally I just didn't think I should I would feel bad if I purchased something for myself. And then when Taj helped me with the Google sheet and the finances, she showed me like, hey, you have this money left over. I was so shocked I had $250 left over. I'm like, I can use this. She was like, yeah, you can buy something. Like, I don't want to buy. I'm so scared. I was so scared, but I still went on and did something for myself, even if it was small, like buying me a video game or something like that. Even if it was small, I let Taj know that I did it just to show her how I'm improving in ways where I would have never done this 3, 4, 5 years ago. So that definitely it helped me. And I don't feel like I'm being nice when I speak on Taj. Taj is a very accountable person, and that's one thing about her that to me that's like the utmost top shelf thing about her is that when a person can take accountable for where they feel like they went wrong or like, hey, I don't think I told you that in the correct way. Like Taj has always been the person to take accountable and show that, hey, this is how you do that. I apologize for that. I gave you the wrong information on that. But I'm just so following whatever Taj says that even if she's wrong, I'm like, it's okay. You know, people make mistakes, but I I speak very softly of Taj because I know how stern and hard on herself she can be, you know, about getting her work and stuff done. But she's got it on me, like she said. She's definitely had to call me a few times and get on me and tell me, hey, listen, what's going on? What are we doing? And that level of accountability being taken on somebody that just want to see you do good, somebody want to see you win, and somebody want to see you better yourself. You have to sit there and say, okay, this person wants to see me do better financially. This person wants to see me do better psychologically, and they want to help me with my life. You know, so I have to now stop, remove all the distractions and now say, okay, I'm gonna take this seriously. I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna start focusing on what needs to be done. And once I locked in with Taj, that's when I genuinely saw the improvement in my life.
I appreciate that.
There we go. Oh, that's so sweet. Tell us more. Oh,
She's been a big help, man. I don't know what I would do without her, man. I truly don't. I'm in therapy now because of Taj, and I speak to my therapist about Taj all the time. Taj has helped me in just so many ways. Like she's been my community. I've leaned on Taj when I've been so, just down and out. Her and my cousin, they have been and she's family now, so it's like it's even way more of a bigger relief and help because somebody in your family wants to see you do well and wants the best for you in so many ways. So she has just been. I can't give Taj any more praise than like if it's honestly for me, it's God, my mama, and then Taj is right under that. Like, just in my opinion, Taj is she's without anything. I'll give Taj a shirt off my back if she needed it. Like she's never if I got $1 million, Taj got $1 million. That's just how it is for me with Taj. She has tremendously helped me out in ways where I was scared to ask for help. I didn't know who to turn to, and when my cousin reached out to me and told me about what Taj does for a living, I said, okay, I have to take this as a sign. I have to take this as a sign from God to see that somebody's out there that can help you in so many areas of your life. Where my life was so unorganized, Taj came in and like the greatest maid, not even to use this as an analogy, but like a maid walks into a hotel room, it's completely dirty, but this is her job. This is what she do. She'll completely clean this room and make it look spotless for the next person. Taj did that for me in my life. You know what I'm saying? She showed me how to organize certain things to get this in order and that in order. And once I got certain things in my life in order, I completely improved. I became a 2.0 version of
oh, wonderful. I love this. I love this. So you highly would recommend her services to so many, right?
1,000%. I really don't want to recommend her service. I want to be stingy and keep all to myself. But yes, 1,000%. I will recommend Taj to anyone, anybody. And like I tell all my friends about her, like she is biblically in my life, and I couldn't trade Taj for the world. Like she was my first introduction to stability and what I want to do for myself in my life. She showed me how you can achieve your goals, you can get certain things done as long as you stay grounded, focused on your goals, don't live above your means, see where your money is financially. Always, I'm checking my pay stubs, I'm going over my W-2s. I'm so financially invested in my life now and just rehabilitating my finances, if I can even say that, because of Taj. If I didn't have Taj, I don't probably know where I would be financially. I'd probably still be in, the same spot. So she showed me so much, and I would recommend her to the president, to the emperors, whoever. That like, yeah, you need Taj on your team. If you want to win, Taj has to be on your team for sure.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you.
Yes.
Wow. What else do you guys still have plenty more time to speak? What else do you want to jump on to here?
Well, I was just thinking about the journey itself, just kind of like how initially a lot of people that I talk to, prospective clients or so, they're always kind of thrown off with like asking for help or admitting that they can benefit from it. Like initially, it's always kind of a hard thing to kind of work around the ego initially, but once we do it, just kind of takes off. But I'm over here wondering like what that process was like to just kind of reach out and just be vulnerable because I've never like personally done that outside of like my therapist. I'm just kind of curious on what that was like for AJ specifically, to just kind of.
For me, it was the it was probably the hardest thing just in my situation, in my position, because I never reached out to anyone in this regards of like help. Like if I needed some money, I probably reach out to a family member to ask for some help. But the vulnerability aspect of it was so scary for me because I had to actually admit that there was wrong, like in my life, like my life was falling apart, or my life wasn't where I wanted it to be,
Mm-hmm.
in certain ways, in certain areas. So it was like it was the scariest thing for me to do, but I had to do it. I had to do it whether I was scared or not because I needed the help. It was
Yeah,
clear
of
as day.
course.
Hey, you need help, and this person can help you. I didn't have anything to lose. I didn't have anything to lose. I'm like, if I try this and it doesn't work, then it just doesn't work. But if I try it and it does work, you got to take the bet. It's a 50-50 chance with this. So reaching out and speaking to Taj and we giving a game plan. Like I'll never forget it. The first time we spoke, it was really just a game plan on her telling me what she would do and how she'll help me and run down certain things with me. And I said, "All right, Taj, like I'm ready. Like I'm ready whenever you are." And I needed to always remind myself, like, okay, this is for me to help me. I want to set up a certain time when to speak to you, when to talk to you, just so I know that, hey, I'm taking this seriously. I understand what you're saying to me. Sometimes we would have different sessions because one part of my life needed help on some days, and another part of my life needed more help on the other days. So there would be days where she would give me the life coaching and the life advice and coach me through certain things that I was going through psychologically wise. And then there were other days where we would just focus straight on finances. All right, Todd, you said this the last time about the Google sheet, or you said this the last time about saving this amount and then putting this amount over here in this account. So I was so focused and I had homework to do because I had to make sure Taj understood that I wasn't wasting her time and I wasn't here to waste my time. I needed this help badly. And it was because it was so scary for me, I was so hesitant at first to reach out. But I said, I don't have no choice. If I don't reach out,
Yeah.
then I'm going to drown in all of this. And I don't want to drown in this. I had to reach out for help. And Taj was the helping hand for me for sure.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
scary thing. It is a very scary thing. It's a scary thing. But I advise people that even if you're scared, you have to just go for it. Go for it, man. Your life will change. And my life has changed completely since Taj entered it.
I appreciate that.
Hmm.
Mm.
Oh, and for those people out there, who are new to the show, new to you today, what other aspects are you helping people grow in?
Honestly, it depends on the person. Like a lot of the times whenever we talk, you just kind of tell me what's going on. I'll listen to like the tone of your voice, which part bothers you, where do you pause, which part is kind of making you freeze. And then I just kind of ask like, what's going on here? And then it'll lead to maybe let's talk about what's blocking this feeling. Where is all this emotion, anxiety coming from, essentially? But it depends on the person, kind of what push and where they need it from. Every person is different. Like for AJ, our initial talk was about his finances. Then, as we're talking about finance, I realize he's very stern. He doesn't like to reward himself in a sense. He feels like he has to earn the reward versus getting rewarded for doing like his day to day. So that was a big thing for us to talk about that. Then I went into just like support. And I'm like, okay, you're asking me for help, but I'm noticing in this part of your life, you're also very siloed and you have people. It's not like they're not there, but you're not reaching out. So it kind of played into kind of different aspects. It went from finances to kind of asking for help to building a community intentionally. But it grows based on what the person does. But my initial services are finances and just kind of life coaching and trying to get from one place to another. But it transforms with each person based on what they need in the moment.
Yeah. Well, thank you. For people looking to sign up to work with you, let's talk about the process. How long does it usually take? What types of programs do you offer?
It's usually relatively quick. We have three silos right now. We have individual, so we can just I have certain courses that are very just kind of quick summaries on finances or just life coaching, getting from one step to another. You can buy the course. The course comes at one free session where we just kind of talk to each other. We also have group sessions where we just talk about everything with a group format. If being individualized isn't something that's comfortable for you, if you want people around you, we have group sessions. And then we have the one-on-one similar to what me and AJ had. There's three different kind of setups. You can do it on your own, just have like a little check-in every now and then. We can do a whole community base or just kind of one-on-one, where I kind of hold you accountable and check your progress with your milestones. And in terms of getting to the product, you just kind of reach out to me. I'm mainly online on social media. I have my email as well, downloadinfo@gmail.com. You can reach me at consults_anonymous on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. I'm very responsive. It's just a matter of just starting a conversation and we'll go from there on like what works best for you. Because not everyone who's the prospective clients need long-term coaching. Just need like maybe a session or two, like a quick little reminder, or just, well, if you want that, do this. Like some come ready and just hit the floor running. Some kind of need help walking to like the starting point and then getting pushed over it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, other aspects of people's work, what else do you think you can benefit from? I know financial is a lot that people have to take on and in their personal life to learn how to budget, learn how to grow, learn how all those things. But when it comes to like life coaching and changing careers and work goals or family goals, right? All those things that you can help us with too.
Yeah, absolutely. I also helped a few clients with their weight journeys, kind of just holding them accountable, finding a routine that worked for them. Because I'm someone who's gone through the whole weight loss journey. I've gone down, up, down. I've known like almost every part of it. So I help them kind of hold themselves accountable, finding something that they like, and just kind of reiterate the importance of having something that works for you, not just what you've been told to do. Like, does it feel good? Can you do this consistently for the next parts of your life? Or is it just like, I can do it for 6 months, then I go back? Like, that's not really long term or effective, but kind of just like stuff like that. Like, hey, I get that you want to have this goal, but that's not a healthy decision to do long term. But things like that, just kind of like general guidances.
Yeah. Well, for someone who never is coached, who's never been coached, say financially, but someone is struggling financially, that could be an aspect too. It's like, well, how do I pay for this, right? There's always stress and worries, but we have to talk about the benefits of what you'll get out of it and proven track records like you speaking on behalf. But some people may be worried about that too, right? I could only imagine, well, how much is it going to cost? And I'm sure it's different for everyone. And so how do you make people feel better about that aspect of it too?
Well, initially, what I do that a lot of coaches I don't think do is I give like a gifted session the first time. I just kind of want to get to know you, kind of see how we mesh? Do our personalities align? Do you like what I have to say? Do you like how I communicate and vice versa? If that is something that you're comfortable with, we then talk about next steps. But the first session is kind of like a feel. There's no commitment initially. So we'll talk online. We'll find a time. We'll do like a video chat. We'll talk face to face. What are your goals? What are you struggling with? And I'll give you all that I have. Even if we don't move forward, I'll give you some actual tips that help you get to where you want to go. Then if you want to come back, then we talk prices. But it's all a matter of I want to make sure that it's a choice that works for both of us, not just something that's in a moment. Like I want to make sure it's beneficial to both of us long term. Where it's like I want to do this and I don't want to do it tomorrow. I just want to make sure we mesh well and then move forward with it. So it's kind of like a no commitment. Are you okay with it? Then let's talk prices. I also have individual and I have pathways. So it's pretty flexible based on kind of where you are and what you want.
Wait, and Pathways is the like the group coaching?
The individual ones where
Oh,
I
okay.
hold you accountable and we just kind of talk about like if you have a pathway to have more financial literacy, you want to be better at spending your money, how to manage it, build wealth over time. We have a pathway for that. If you want, I had a name for it which is pretty clever. It's kind of like the becoming chapter where you just gotta talk about how you want to feel at the end, not even just what it looks like. How do you want to feel? Do you want to feel empowered? Do you want to feel stern in how you communicate? How do we get there? We kind of map it backwards. We make a whole plan based on your goals, and we kind of get you there towards the end of it.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you for that. We still got 3 more minutes left in your show. What else do you want to add?
Just like the beauty of just trying something new. I know for AJ, I believe his point was just when he was just at his wits' end and he's like, I need help. At this point, the worst I can gain is the worst I can lose is just kind of time. I can gain a whole bunch of changes. I can do a whole lot of stuff, but it's just kind of like having the courage to try, just do something different. If you're ready for you need help, just admit it and just go to that next step. And I can open it for AJ as well if you want to add something.
I just want to say, you know, you have to have faith and give everything you got a try. I've learned that and seen that even when things seem like they're the worst, you have to just have faith. Just you got to try everything. You can't give up, even
Yeah.
if you want to give up. You have to try everything. And Taj taking that risk on me, and me just reaching out for help, it was well worth the risk. Like so much of my life has changed because I connected with Taj. So I definitely tell people, even if you're scared, just go for it. You got to do it scared. It don't matter.
Beautiful. All right. How can we reach out to you?
So you can reach out to me on email, social media. So my email is dama@info@gmail.com. And my social media handle is consult_anon. You can just find me there either on any platform or just email. I'm very responsive. It's a simple hi, is not to start the conversation with.
Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm really glad you brought him on, and we get to know your beloved friend, family member, Asante.
Thank
Really.
you.
And biggest lesson learned from Taja, what would you say?
Hold yourself accountable. Stop playing with your future. The risk and the sacrifices you make today are for the future version of you. So don't play with the future version of yourself.
Don't mess. I love it. Thank you so much. All
All
right. Talk
right.
to you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye. Thanks again for
Uh,
being here, guys.
all
Awesome.
right.
Bye,
Thank
Sante.
you.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.